Let's now turn to Florida for the Microsoft Exec Murder case. Jared Bridegan was shot and killed after dropping off his 2 kids. His ex-wife and her husband have been arrested and charged with his murder. Prosecutors now say they will no longer seek the death penalty against those 2, and we have newly released body cam footage this hour. Before we get to that, let's get the background of the case with our own Court TV, Matt Johnson.
Jared Bridegan appeared to have it all. A new job as a Microsoft executive, living in sunny Florida with his wife Kirsten and 4 children.
We had just had London. She was 6 months old, so things were good.
Kirsten had 2 children with Jared, London and Bexley. They also shared custody of his 9-year-old twins from a previous marriage.
On the week that we did not have the oldest 2 kids at our home, Jared would take them out to dinner. It was referred to as date night in this agreement.
The agreement kept Jared and Kirsten in Florida. Bridegan and his ex-wife Shanna Gardner Fernandez were in a bitter custody battle. What was that relationship like, he and his ex-wife?
The relationship between us and his ex-wife was not cordial. Our communications were always in writing because there was not mutual trust between the 2 households.
On February 16, 2022, Jared had one of his scheduled daddy date nights. After dinner, he dropped off his twin daughter and son at his ex-wife's home in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, and headed home to St. Augustine. On the way, he stopped to get his 2.5-year-old daughter Bexley ice cream. She was in the back seat of his SUV. He then called Kirsten, telling her he loved her and would be home soon. How did you learn something was wrong?
As time started ticking by and the time that they're usually home passed, I can't even describe it, but like, I just knew something's not right.
Her fears became reality after an officer answered Jared's cell phone, telling her Bexley was unharmed. But they needed her to come by the police station to hear about her husband.
They later on that night told me that he had been shot. Where did this happen? Because he usually gets in the car and just drives home. I had talked to him.
Jared was not a victim of any robbery gone wrong or carjacking. Police say he was the victim of a targeted attack on a one-way road he traveled often. Jared came across a tire police say was intentionally placed right here in the middle of the road in the sanctuary neighborhood of Jacksonville Beach, Florida. That's when someone came out of these woods and ambushed the father of 4, killing him on the spot. For almost a year, no answers. Then in January 2023, a break in the case.
Henry Tenon was arrested for the following crimes: conspiracy to commit murder, second-degree murder with a weapon, accessory after the fact to a capital felony, and child abuse.
Now investigators say that Tenon has pleaded guilty in the case and admitted to shooting Bridegan.
Henry Tenon pled guilty to murdering Jared Bridegan. Henry Tenon has admitted that he in fact was the shooter.
According to court records, Tenon once lived in this house that was once owned by Bridegan's ex-wife's current husband. And now investigators have charged both the ex-wife, Shanna Gardner, and her husband, Mario Fernandez Saldana, with first-degree murder. Prosecutors call Gardner the mastermind behind the murder. Both Shanna and Mario have denied any involvement. Meanwhile, Jared's widow says that she suspected them from the beginning. Had you suspected that Mario was also involved in all of this?
From very, very early on, I felt, like, obviously I didn't have any evidence, but I felt that Mario Fernandez and Shanna Gardner would be involved somehow.
Court TV has obtained body cam footage as the police make contact with the now confessed hitman Henry Tenon. Tenon is scheduled to appear in court next week, and of course we will update you on that appearance as it happens. But for now, the body cam footage we want to show you as police engage with Tenon during a traffic stop.
Mr. Tenon, you said my phone case.
That's why I keep my ID on my phone case.
That's why I do the same thing.
I always forget it at home, and I know you can go to jail now with not having your ID sometimes.
They don't usually take
I'll go out here to make sure you watch the news. You see the shootings, where they are. Absolutely. to try and acquire any kind of stolen firearms that we can find. So generally what we like to do is we like to take a look in his car, see if we can find the firearm, trace him back to any kind of motive and stuff like that. Do you have anything in there?
12-gauge shotgun that we were looking on the door.
Okay.
Really? They finally got it cleaned up so I could recognize what it is. It's in the trunk.
Okay. Well, hold on. Besides that, I'm not too worried about that, especially if it's like an antique kind of deal. Is there anything else that we've been in the car, drugs, knives, dead bodies, nothing like that?
Mike found a razor knife, box cutter, little pocket knife.
So tools of the trade, but nothing illegal.
Nothing crazy that's outlandish.
No bombs, no bazookas, no grenades.
Me and my partner take a look real quick, and then we'll try and get you up out there, okay? Yeah, do you just want to step back here with me? Hey, you don't have anything on you, right? No gun files or anything like that? Okay. I'm just going to pat you down real quick. We're just going to go through our little routine, get you out of here, okay? All right, partner, if you just stand over there by my push car for me. And you said these are just friends of yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have them stand at the front. Hey, do you mind stepping out for me real quick?
Yeah.
You don't got nothing on you. Turn around for me.
That shit.
All right, just want to make sure. Just to make sure. All right. Cool. All right, if you stand at the front of the car, just stand up there for me.
Can I light the cigarette now?
Yeah. You don't got nothing on you, do you?
You got a lighter on your feet?
Yeah. Make sure the dog don't get out.
Yeah, I'll close this door real quick.
So much for getting there early.
Yeah.
You got gloves?
I do. Yeah, if you don't mind coming back here for me.
If you got yours on you, I'll just stand back here.
Yeah.
How old's your dog?
Huh?
How old's your dog?
14 months.
Oh, dang, still a puppy.
Yeah.
Pretty little dog. Hello. You probably smell mine.
I have to watch him because he's real snap sometimes.
Oh, yeah? Well, he looks like he's all lovey.
Yeah, with me. That's it. A friend of mine bit him on the leg yesterday for some reason. I don't know. They were playing. And he got tired of playing, I guess. I just bit him. I said, dang it.
Yeah. He gonna trip you up. You better. You like this Crown Vic?
Yeah,
We used to have old police Crown Vics. They were.
Yeah, I said some nice riding car and very few problems.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long you had it? You the original owner?
Oh, no, I'm not. It belongs to Joseph Order.
Who?
Joseph Order.
Okay. Is that your friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't had no major problem out of it. But remember one time he rebuilt the front end on it?
On this?
Yeah. I ended up putting a water pump on it. That was it.
What year is this? Looks like it's got to be like
93.
I was about to say, looks probably still rides great. Those old cars, man, you can't make them the way they do now.
That's right. New one.
Well, you're lucky to get 10 years out of a new car now. That's terrible. What did you drive before this? You just been driving this?
Huh?
You just started driving this, or you've been driving this? You fixed it for him? You borrowed it from him?
Yeah. And you just keep putting stuff in it here and there.
Shit, I remember when
Yeah, I thought most of the time when Jerry would wait, shoot, he'll drop me off and take off and go down and do what he got to do.
Is this yours?
No.
Joining me in studio to talk about this is trial attorney, former president of the National Bar Association, C.K. Hoffler. Always delightful to have you, especially here in person this week of Thanksgiving. Let's talk about this. So, Jared Bridegan, he drops off his two kids. He is then shot and killed. Now, Tenon, the man that we just saw being arrested, admitted that he did pull the trigger in this case. Now, I understand he's going to try to say no, that is not a confession that can be used in court, but right now that's where it stands. Tell us what you think, knowing that, about his demeanor with the police. He's so normal, seemingly as if he'd never done anything wrong as they're arresting him.
Well, it's shocking. Judge Ashley, first of all, it's great to be here. Yes. Great to be here this Always. Thanksgiving week. It's absolutely shocking that he's confessing, he's confessed to committing this heinous crime, and yet when he's talking to the police, he's acting as if, you know, I was just out, you know, I just had a can of Coca-Cola, I had some ribs, I was just talking to my friends, as if nothing happened, and yet he actually confessed to this heinous crime. So it just shows you how, in the mind of someone who's truly disturbed, you never know at any given time what they're thinking and how they're reasoning. But obviously is a very, very disturbed mind to be able to do that kind of crime.
Yeah, I agree with you. And speaking of how a person's thinking and their reasoning, the death penalty was on the table. It has been taken off the table by the state of Florida. Your thoughts around that?
Well, unfortunately, I've seen this play out up close and personal. And the reason why I think it was on the table is because statutorily, of course, if the prosecutors don't file a motion for that, they can't bring it back later. They can always take it off the table as they're doing, but it really is up to the victims. This is a call, I'm speculating, of course, that I believe the victims made. And based on the statement by his wife, by his wife, I believe his wife said, look, this is not out of compassion for the heinous crimes that the defendants have committed, that they believe the defendants committed. It's out of compassion for the children. Because after all, the children, if they ever want to establish a relationship with their mother, they're two children.
Yes.
And if they want to, then it's hard to explain to those children, even if they're older children, that their mother has been killed or has been because of the death penalty. And so it's really out of compassion for the children, those two older children who would have to go through all of the appeals, all of the emotional trauma over and over and over again for years to come, probably a good part of their lives with their mother on death row. That is very traumatic, and I can see where family members would take the position, we don't want them to suffer that way.
Yeah, you make a really great point, and as we know, children love their parents no matter what the parents have done. That's the fact of the matter, and it does give them the opportunity to see her in jail if she's convicted. Okay, stand by, CK. We're going to take a break, but before we do that, an update. A manhunt is underway this morning for a Virginia high school football coach. Virginia State Police say that 46-year-old Travis Turner is on the run and has been missing since Thursday. Here's his picture. He is wanted on 5 counts of child pornography and 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. Search and rescue teams are using helicopters, drones, and canines to try to locate Travis Turner. They went to his home to interview him last week, but he was gone. On Monday, police obtained warrants for Turner's arrest. Now, Coach Turner led Union High School to an undefeated season before his disappearance, and without him, the team is still playing for a state championship. Certainly, if you see him, if you know his whereabouts, please contact law enforcement. Court TV will continue to follow this developing story. We'll be right back after this short break on Court TV.
The disappearance of mother Anna Walsh.
Her husband now charged with her murder.
All eyes on this accused killer.
Mr. Walsh was suspecting his wife of having an affair.
The massive trail of evidence.
This incredible timeline of Google searches.
It shows everything that was in his mind.
He searched how long before a body starts to smell.
The disappearance of Anna Walsh murder trial. Live coverage begins December 1st on Court TV.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. We are in Florida this morning for the Microsoft Exec Murder case. Jared Bridegan was shot and killed after dropping off his 2 kids. Now, Shanna Gardner, the mother of the children, and her husband, Fernandez Saldana, are charged with the murder. There's a third person involved in this situation, and that's the confessed hitman, Henry Tenon, the one who pulled the trigger. Now, he is scheduled to appear in court next week. We are bringing you body cam footage as the police were arresting him and searching his vehicle.
Where'd you say that
shotgun was? Directly underneath everything you feeding around with right there.
What kind of shotgun is it? It says 12 gauge, you know, brain. Well,
I want to say it's a Mossberg, but I ain't got it to where I can see the name on it yet.
Gotcha.
I'm just steady cleaning it up.
Do you know how old it is?
I have no idea. All I know is it's old.
It's old. Is it rusted or is it just kind of like?
It needs some parts replaced if I can finally figure out what it is. But as far as that, everything else you can tell where I guess the mud been corroded on it or whatnot, or dirt.
I got you.
Rust done ate into the metal. I've been working on it, trying to get all that up so I can get it free action, move, and stuff like that.
Yep.
Before I totally disassemble it and then try to put it back together.
You made sure it's safe, right? There's not, you know, there's no shells or anything in it while you're trying to do that.
Nothing in it.
Because boy, I tell you what, man, there's so many people who
First thing you do is try to
either forget or don't realize that it was loaded, end up shooting themselves, doing whatever. There's been calls I've responded to where people have accidentally shot themselves in the head cleaning a gun. Yeah, there was one, I think he was like 16, 17 years old, cleaning his own little hunting rifle that his parents got him and did not make sure that there was nothing loaded in it and pulled the trigger and it shot himself. Killed him.
Get it cleaned up and get the proper stock pieces on the pump section. If I can find those pieces, varnish them up, make it look real nice, put a good wall on them.
Is that, what kind of stock does it have on it? Is it a wood stock or is it the synthetic?
Like it was wood.
Okay.
I can tell the original one crumbled up.
Okay.
In the cleaning process, it felt like it was wood, but it didn't look like it.
Well, you weren't joking. It's at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
To be used.
Either that thing was sitting at the bottom of a river or that thing is old. You were right.
It's old. Yeah. I recognize it as being old. Who knows who? I was in Dinsmore. You know where the landfill? On Old King Road?
Yeah.
On the other side, 295, where the creek and the slough come through. On the other side, down in the back near the railroad track. Back there, that's around what they used to say it used to be an old Indian burial ground out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you ever have anybody run it, see if it was like stolen and dumped off?
No, I just got to do. I can clean it up and trying to identify it myself.
Yeah, because I don't even see.
How long have you had it? Or how long did you find it ago?
Been over 4 years ago that I found that one. And then working on it. And I got it looking that good.
You never found a serial number or anything on it?
No. Nothing that I got identified.
You do know it's a Mossberg. You can read that part. You just can't. You couldn't read anything else.
That's it. I guess that because it looked like it said Mossberg.
It's a model 1896 Banner.
Okay, you found one. Functioning firearms, I stay away from those. I like my crossbows better.
Crossbows? Yeah. You a hunter?
Yep.
Where you hunt at?
Georgia, mostly.
Okay.
I tried a little bit around here, but everything I found, like, it's no good. I don't know. It's too much garbage, contaminated meat, or whatnot. So, rabbit.
I mean, what do you hunt for?
Deer, hog, rabbit.
Rabbit?
Yep.
With a crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay. You got some good aim if you can hit a rabbit with a crossbow.
That scoop make it better.
That's true. The game in Florida is a lot smaller than it is.
Yes, it is.
Unless you go pay big money for these hunt camps. And then, you want to spend $3-4 grand just to go hunt for one deer. I'm like,
Okay.
All right, still with me in studio, trial attorney, former president of the National Bar Association, C.K. Hoffler. All right, C.K., so a couple of things I wanted to mention. First of all, the police officer and the casualness and niceties of him talking. He's talking to this guy like they're equals.
Like they're buddies.
Exactly, they're buddies. And this is purposeful, I believe. He's just saying, oh yeah, those hubcaps. And when I go hunting, I mean, just a normal conversation. Is that on purpose?
I think it is on purpose. Because I think this is to disarm this person who they have reason to believe has committed some type of crime.
Yes.
And so I think it's to disarm and so as to de-escalate versus escalate in the situation at the time when they stopped it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, and get the guy to talk, right? If you're just going to have a casual conversation, people are more likely to respond and start talking. Now, the other thing about this is that, first of all, we know that Tenon was a former tenant of the co-defendant, so there's a little bit of a nexus in how he could be involved. But then you see the police searching his car, and it's not a let me look in the car, it's a let me look at everything in the trunk. They find his shotgun in the trunk. Talk to us about the reality if a person is stopped, whether or not the police can search and look through your car, whether there's an arrest warrant or not.
Well, you know, I always tell people when they ask for my advice on this, you've got to expect if you're stopped by the police that they're going to search your vehicle. And they're going to really search it. For one, you don't know what they have. They could be armed with a warrant. You have absolutely no idea. So you have to assume that they're going to be able to justify searching your car completely, that there's going to be probable cause. Probable cause to suspect that you've done something wrong. And yeah, that's going to be up to a judge. That's going to be up to someone to make that determination. But be prepared for them to search your car thoroughly, because that is what happens. And this is a classic example of, at the time, we may not have known what the police had or didn't have, but they were searching, digging under every crevice in that car, and they found a shotgun.
And they found a shotgun. So if there was a warrant in this case, or if there was probable cause, it doesn't matter, does it, if he'd said search the car or not. Either way, they could search the car in those circumstances.
Absolutely, because they had the warrant and they had probable cause.
Yeah. And again, let's talk a little bit about the fact he's confessed to this, that he was the trigger man, and now he's saying, no, 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 can't use that confession. There's going to be a whole separate hearing, I would assume, about that very issue. Was the confession one that can be admitted as evidence in court, or are there legal grounds to keep it out? What might some legal grounds be that the judge could say or would say, we've got to keep this out, it can't come in?
Well, there's always this concept of the fruit of the poisonous tree. Somehow, maybe legally, the police didn't do something. The warrant wasn't properly executed. Something wasn't done correctly. It could be a technicality, but it'd have to be a really strong technicality because, one, you've got a confession. Two, you've got, but it has to be really, really, really strong for a judge who's doing a balancing act to say, can't let it in.
Yeah, and the other option is, there are lots of different legal possibilities, but coercion.
Absolutely.
If he tries to say this was coerced and can prove that, that could be a problem for the state as well.
It could be a problem, but I have to tell you, the dynamics that we observed when he was stopped, the sort of the buddy-buddy system, he's talking, he's going off at the mouth, talking about everything, and he's so cool, calm and collected, and then later he confesses. So I think that coercion, I don't know that that will really stand up, because they're going to look at the totality. If I'm the state, I'm going to put all of that into evidence to show that there was no coercion whatsoever.
Right, right. This has a lot of moving pieces, this trial does. Coming up next, the arrest of confessed hitman Henry Tenon in newly released body camera footage. You're going to see that with us. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Judge Ashley Wilcott. Turning to Florida for more body cam footage that Court TV has newly obtained with the man at the center of the Microsoft Exec Murder case. Now, this is Henry Tenon. Jared Bridegan is the victim. He was shot and killed after dropping off his two kids, and Tenon, one of the co-defendants, is scheduled to appear in court next week. Of course, we will keep you updated on that appearance as it happens. Right now, though, we are looking at together newly released body cam footage of Tenon being arrested. Take a look.
Give the dog to my partner real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna put these on you. These are a lot more comfortable.
Will you come take the dog?
There you go. These are better than standard cuffs. Is that good? Is that a little bit more comfortable?
Yeah, that seems like thing super tight.
Yeah, that should be all right. All right, come on back here with me. So you know your license is like super bad, right? Yeah,
Reinstatement fee to pay in Georgia. And court calls here that I've been working on that.
Okay.
COVID-19 been slowing us down. I'm taking care of it.
I got you. But it looks like they took you out of being a habitual traffic offender, which is great because it's no longer a felony. But when you have 10 suspensions on there, 10 DWLS, I kind of don't have a choice. The good thing is it's a misdemeanor. So it's not a huge ordeal. My hands are kind of tied in the fact that, okay? Are we fine releasing the dog to them? Like, how well do you know them?
Yeah, you can.
What? Hey, let me ask you this. What do you want done with the dog?
Release it to jail.
Okay, because if we can't find someone to release it to, or you don't run it release to them, then we have to call animal control for them to come get it. Then you have to go through that step of going to them. So if you want it, released to her,
yes, release it.
Now, the other issue is this is neither one of their cars.
And neither of them have good licenses.
And neither one of them have good licenses. So, and we can't. I mean, we could leave it on the private property, but what do you want? Somebody we can contact?
Yeah, I can get with Jerry, and if I can talk to Janet before you put me in the car, I'll tell her how to open my phone.
Okay.
And she can get it.
Do you know the person's number?
Yeah.
Okay. You know it by heart? Because I can call it now. It's in your phone.
No, it's in my phone.
Is it a code?
Yeah. I can tell her what it is. I ain't got nothing to hide from anyway.
Okay. Well, we'll bring her over here in a minute. Let my partner duties. How well do you know him?
Excuse me?
How well do you know that guy? Is that her old lady? Or her old man?
No.
They used to live together?
Somebody? No, they don't stay together.
Oh.
Just somebody that didn't move since they were kids. They from to the Mexican. They live in the same neighborhood.
Grew up around the same stuff, doing the same stuff. So you take them both to the methadone clinic. You be taking him 8 years?
I don't know whether it's the same stuff or what. I know she was on heroin. She was
okay.
I don't know what it's substance use.
At least she got off of the heroin. Boy, some crazy stuff there.
Mr. Tenon, you want to pop in? Easiest way is just stick your butt in and slot back. You're a taller fella, so you can keep your feet up there. But whatever makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, there you go.
What you mean?
Watch your neck. I'm just gonna put the seatbelt on you. Cadillac cat. Let's see. Watch your neck.
Good?
Yeah, I'm blowing out because there's weed up there.
No.
Coming up, more body cam footage of the confessed hitman Henry Tenon, and later we turn to Massachusetts. A former police officer in court after she allegedly pointed a gun at a fellow colleague. Welcome back to Court TV Live. Let's turn back to Florida now for more of that body cam footage that Court TV has newly obtained with the man at the center of the Microsoft Exec Murder case. This is Henry Tenon. Now, the victim, Jared Bridegan, was shot and killed after dropping off his 2 young kids. Shanna Gardner, the mother of the children, and her husband, Mario Fernandez Saldana, are charged with murder. Confessed Tenon is scheduled. He confessed that he was the triggerman. He's scheduled to appear in court next week. He's now saying that confession is not something that can be used, and we're going to update you on that appearance as it happens. Right now, here's more of the body cam footage after Tenon is arrested.
You got another one, right? One more transporting? Okay. All right, so we are, this is a suspect connected to the Jack Speech murder.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to take him down to CJIC to get interviewed, and then we got to transport.
We already got somebody detained.
We got somebody detained, but these two have to go too.
Okay.
So
there's a certain order that this has to go. Okay. We need him. He's got flex cuffs on him because Jack Speech is trying to get his DNA. Okay. He needs to go to CJIC first, and then the other person, like after maybe 5 or so minutes, we need these two to go to CJIC as well.
To where?
CJIC. At the state attorney's office.
Oh, okay. Down there, we're going to go into like the file.
So not the filing door, the other doors at the other end, on the same side of the building, but at the other end of the. If you wait down there, they'll have
big, like green doors where you go in the file. When you go in the file,
right.
Look all the way down to the left.
Yep.
There's another set of. It's like actually like 2 sets of double doors.
Okay. Right.
That's the CJIC
so down
entrance.
There towards Hogan, then.
Yeah.
Right, Hogan or whatever.
No, not Pearl.
Pearl's this side.
Is it Julia?
Okay.
Is it Julia?
Gotcha.
It's down at that corner.
Okay.
So you go through there, and then there's a steel door to the left. That's the CJIC office, but you'll go through those other set of glass doors, and there's a hallway to take them down to the interview rooms.
Okay. They're going to meet you down. I'm going to call them saying you're on your way. Okay.
Yeah, so they'll meet you down there and outside and walk y'all through.
Yeah, so he's got to go first. And then after a few minutes, someone needs to load both of them into one car. Okay. They're just kind of witnesses at a cooperative right now. And I will load up the dog, bring it back to the house, as well as the shotgun. Okay. So that's all. And then for his 10-15, y'all don't have to do anything. It's already pretty much done. Okay. So it's literally just getting them down there and then whatever CJ wants to do with them. Okay. Who's 10-15? This was, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Get some gloves on.
Yeah. We only want his DNA on those cliffs. Okay. Yeah. Put those gloves on. Don't put
Yeah. Don't touch the flex cuffs without gloves.
We won't touch the flex cuffs at all. We'll just put them in.
Yeah, we're gonna bag them, and then we'll get it sealed at the whatever it's called, CJIC.
Yeah, we'll meet y'all down there because they want some crazy stuff with these flex cuffs.
Did he said anything like that or?
No, not Brandeis, nothing.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about
anything.
That. Gotcha. This is all right now. It's all DWLS.
Okay.
Traffic stuff.
Yeah, I see that the owner of the vehicle is
deceased. Yep.
All right. What's his name?
His is Henry Tenon.
Henry Tenon.
On far side.
Hey, Mr. Tenon, step out for me if you would, sir. Oh, I'll help you out there. Come on, sir. Okay, come right here for me. We'll be transporting you. I have to shake you pat you down then again, okay? Legs up, hold right there. Spread your legs real wide for me. Anything stuck anywhere that you're supposed to have? Did you get the leg down?
Yep.
I got that in your hat, right? Seat for me? It's a hard seat, so you kind of sit down slowly there. And as you guess, you want to turn your back towards me? That way your hands aren't, there you go. Probably a little bit more comfortable that way? No? Okay. Sit how you want to feel comfortable, and I just figured got them cups up on that back.
This guy, it snowballs. He gets stopped for a traffic stop, and then you see it goes from there to a search, and the shotgun is found in the trunk. And then after that, he gets arrested. Still with me in studio, we have C.K. Hoffler. Thank you for still being here, because you and I are watching this unfold, and a couple of things stood out to me. One is he tells the police he was bringing friends to a methadone clinic. I don't know, that just seems to me like trying to come up with things he thinks the police will say, okay, go about and do your good service.
Yeah, well, that just smells like, that just doesn't even make sense. But, okay, but I do think he was trying to, in the spirit of trying to de-escalate and make himself appear to be like a nice guy, he's saying, you know, I was helping some friends out.
Yeah, well, it didn't work. He did seem like a nice guy. We know he got connected. His truck was found at the scene of the shooting. We know the shotgun was found in the trunk. We know he later confesses to this crime. Now, that confession, do you think that was done because he was promised he'll get a better deal, or perhaps in sentencing it'll go easier on you? What do you know about that piece of how the police, what they do when they have someone confess?
So I think he probably was promised something, because it would make absolutely no sense for him to confess to that. I mean, he had these other, there was something, some leverage that they were able to use to get him to confess. And maybe now he's saying, well, they reneged, they lied to me, and that's why he's saying they coerced me. I was nervous, I didn't know what I was saying, and they made me feel like. That's a lot of times what we see defendants or people who have committed crimes will say, you know, I didn't know what I was saying, I was nervous, they had me in a bad situation, and I just confessed because they said it would go away.
And you mentioned earlier, CK, something I wanted to touch on, and that is his demeanor is very calm, very rational, and so it seems like if he were to make any argument of, oh, at the time I was on drugs or I wasn't coherent, this makes it look like he was very capable of making informed decisions.
I agree. It just doesn't resonate that he was coerced. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it really does.